Welcome back, everybody, to the Mike and Mike Show, brought to you by WagerPro.com. Big night last night, opening night in the NFL. If you contacted us here at 800-918-3272, you got the Green Bay Packers plus the 3 winning outright easily over the Chicago Bears. Big things happening for this weekend, guys. Call the number on the screen you see right there. LSU, Texas, number 6 versus number 9. Going to be one of the biggest games of the weekend. Mike's going to talk to us a little bit more about this game in a minute. What do you think about the happenings of that game, Mike?
Well, I can tell you this, and it's good to be here. We're going to be talking about one of the biggest matchups in college football this season. And the great thing about college football is come week 2, you're already looking at playoff games, essentially. And that's what we have tomorrow when LSU goes to Texas to take on the number 9 Longhorns. And, you know, I have to tell you this. Both teams looked very good in week 1. It was basically a scrimmage for both teams. And there were actually comments made by LSU's head coach, Ed Orgeron, comparing Sam Ehlinger, the quarterback for Texas, to Tim Tebow. I've been doing this for a long time, and I consider myself to be a big-time college football fan. I can tell you this. He's a good player. He's most certainly not Tim Tebow, but I'm going to get my opinions out of the way on what he had said and get right back into the game. But before we break down LSU and Texas, which once again, SEC, Big 12, number 6 versus number 9, the line right now has LSU favored by 6.5 on the road. And, you know, here's the big question. Is LSU that good? Texas is number 9 in the country, and they're getting 6.5 points. So you look at this game as the public bettor, and, you know, which way do you go on that? And that's why we're here. More importantly as well, we're sponsored by Wager Pro. I want you to go to WagerPro.com. Also, download the Wager Pro app, absolutely free, and you're going to be getting notifications every single day right in the palm of your hands. There's really nothing like it out there. Up-to-date weather alerts, stats of the day, trends, everything that you need to make money consistently. Now, again, I want to let you know, this game going off between LSU and Texas, I know it's week 2, Mike, but
playoff implications.
Playoff implications, because most times teams, depending on the strength of schedule, they lose that one game and they lose their shot at a college football playoff. This information, in my opinion, is off by at least 7 to 10 points, and I know it sounds exactly the same as the other night, but, and we're going to get back to it, when we broke down that Chicago-Green Bay game for Thursday night, what did we say? Well, Chicago's favored by 3, and there is a 7 to 10 point mistake in the line. Well, when you have a 3-point dog win outright by a touchdown, that's a 10-point mistake in the line. For 1 minute, I'm going to not be Mike Barron. I'm going to be, let's say, a guy named Jim. I'm a nice guy. I have a family, a 9 to 5, and Mike's laughing at me here because I'm just really excited about this week and the games that are coming up. But
I'm excited to see what you do.
Well, yeah, I didn't tell Mike what we were doing before we got on, so he's going to be just as surprised as you. So Jim bets his games through a local book, and Jim has been losing for 10 years. And Jim looks at the game and says, wow, I love Chicago and the over. Why? Because most public bettors do what? They bet favorites, and they bet overs. So he calls his book. He gives him his handle. He says, I'd like to put, I don't know, $1,000 on Chicago and the over. And what happens? 3.5 hours later, final score, Green Bay 10 to 3. You know what Jim does? Takes out his wallet, takes his money, crumbles it up, throws it away. This is why you guys need to call us at 1-800-918-3272. And also, make sure you go to WagerPro.com. Our videos are there every single night. And WagerPro, download the app. It's going to give you all the tools that guys like Jim could have had last night, and hopefully Jim will have moving forward. So, again, I don't want to sit too far in the past. It's one game. Obviously, Vegas odds makers set these lines to sway the public, and most of the time the public falls on the losing side. But it's a perfect example. Thursday night football. We're waiting all summer. The preseason means nothing. Everyone's excited, and right out the gate, these players are losing both side and total. And it is unfortunate, but again, that's why we're here. So 1-800-918-3272, WagerPro.com. Download the app as well, Mike.
Another thing for Wager Pro, downloading the app, what it's going to do for you, you're going to receive the best bet of the day. Every single day you'll get a notification on that. So far, it's won 11 of the last 13 over the last 2 weeks. That's all right there in front of you guys. Take advantage of this app. Yep. It'll do wonders for you. Couple of more things happening for the weekend. Sunday, you contact the number that's on the screen right now, 800-918-3272. 2-0 in the NFL. It's absolute stealing money. You'd be crazy not to contact that number. 2-0, or you get the season free. It's very, very simple, guy. It's all a recorded message. 800-918-3272. Guaranteed 2-0 in the NFL. Mike already released yesterday a free play, Philadelphia minus the 9 over the Redskins. He's got some other details happening for Sunday as well, which he'll get into now as well.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. And the other day, we did give out Philadelphia minus the 9, an early release for week 1, Sunday in the NFL. You may see that line up to 10 now. There's a reason for it. We explained the other night that if this game was played in week 4 or 5, you might see Philadelphia as a 2-touchdown favorite. And, well, they're going to show that they should be at least a 2-touchdown favorite on Sunday. Now, again, don't forget, we're getting ahead of ourselves on Sunday. We want to talk about what's going on tomorrow, and it is one of the biggest games of the college football season in week 2. It's number 6 LSU headed down to Texas. That's where College Game Day is taking place as well. So Texas hasn't had this type of excitement in at least a couple of years now. They've kind of been irrelevant. They're getting back to where they used to be. And, again, a line of 6.5, a favorite minus 6.5 against a number 9 team, a top 10 team in the country. So this could go one of two ways. Listen, LSU last week completely smoked in their game. I believe it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 70-0. But again, it's comparable to probably playing my high school team, and we weren't very good. Texas did the same thing. So when these two teams come together, this is when we really see, what these teams have to offer and what we should look forward to for the remainder of the year as well. I can tell you this as well. We will be giving out free picks on every single video, every single day. We'd like you to document our success. However, what I will say is that our high rollers are ready to make that move in Vegas. They're waiting for our call. There's big money being moved on the information that we have. And that LSU-Texas game is just the start of the weekend. So you're looking at LSU-Texas. You're looking at 2 games on Sunday. And it's week 1 in the NFL. So you're looking at 2 Monday Night Football matchups as well. We could be looking at going a clean sweep 5-0. And I don't care how much money you bet per game. You hit that type of consistency, you hit those 5 games, maybe time in a parlay or even a round robin. I mean, you're going to be blowing our phones up the following week, and you're going to be begging for this information. So 1-800-918-3272, wagerpro.com, the Mike and Mike Show. Also, download the app. There's nothing else like it out there. You could be in your car, with your family, at soccer practice, in a board meeting, and you don't have the time to do the research that we do for you. And you're going to get up-to-the-minute line moves on a specific matchup that's going to give you the edge that you need to win. So make sure you take advantage of that and give us a call. Mike, I can tell you this. I am fumbling with my words because of how excited I am. Football season is something we all wait for. It's a cash cow, and we're going to pick it back up with this LSU-Texas game tomorrow.
Absolutely. Guys, it's super easy. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Call the number. You're going to get LSU-Texas on Saturday. The game is a W. 2-0 guaranteed on Monday. We'll be back here on Sunday breaking down the 2 Monday night games. Tune in every single Thursday, Friday, and Sunday for the Mike and Mike Show. WagerPro.com is the sponsor. They handle all the bills for us. Make sure you download the WagerPro app.
So one more thing before we head out for the night, and I will tell you once again, we will be here for Thursday Night Football. Yep. We will be here for College Football Saturday, NFL Sunday, and we will be here for Monday Night Football all season long. Now, earlier in the show, we mentioned giving out a free selection for Saturday. I don't want to leave you hanging as far as that information is concerned. So we're going to break down one game, a game that goes off at 7 Eastern time Saturday. It's UCF Central Florida against Florida Atlantic. Central Florida minus 10.5 on the road. Lane Kiffin is probably wondering how he got himself in this predicament with the early season schedule. I mean, Florida Atlantic is coming off a game against Ohio State. They have 2 less days of rest to prepare for this matchup. And, let's face it, I know that UCF's a mid-major. They're not a Power 5 team, but their only loss was to LSU in the Fiesta Bowl last year, and they only lost by 1 score. So they can hang with anybody. I see UCF favored by 10.5 on the road, and I think it's that way for a reason. So again, the other night, if you hadn't locked it in already, lock it in early. The Philadelphia Eagles minus the 9 on Sunday over the Redskins. For this Saturday, UCF and Florida Atlantic, I want you to get yourself on UCF minus the 10.5. Guys, those are 2 free picks right there alone, and we've got so much more to offer. So do yourself a favor. Get in the know, get affiliated, and get knowledgeable about Wager Pro. The app, there's nothing else out there like it. There are going to be players out there that have been lost in years past, and now they're going to have a solution to making sure that their season's as consistent as possible. So Mike and Mike, we're going to be here every single day for you. Hopefully we'll be here every single week. And let's make some money, guys. And we'll be back for a special Monday Night Football edition, Week 1. Make sure you tune in and download the Wager Pro app.